Well, we've made it here to the ranch. We're going to take a little tour and check it out.
It is really windy over here.
They said the gate was closed, but it's obviously open, and I saw cars going by. So
We might have to do that.
yeah, we may go ahead and finish out the drive all the way to the south end there after we visit the ranch.
I think I might need to put my little beanie on and my coat.
Okay. Fun fact about the Field and Garr Ranch here.
Yes.
We love watching Ghost Adventures.
Yes, we
Zach
do.
Bagans and his crew. They actually did an episode out here, I don't know, a year or two ago.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah,
I've
we're
never
gonna
seen it, but...
we're gonna pull it up on the old
Okay.
Starlink and check it out now that we've come out here to see it.
Yeah.
Because I want to see like the areas that they were investigating in the show.
Yeah. Wow, this is cool.
So we're inside the barn. Abby's reading up on some of the info. It looks like there's going to be some fun stuff to see.
First stop, blacksmith shop. The
Yes.
blacksmith shop was very important because of the ranch's isolated location. Trips into town were rare and tools had to be repaired or made. It's awesome.
It was a long way into town from here. This is cool. They still got a lot of the original implement equipment and tools and supplies underneath there.
Yeah.
There's a really cool post drill down there we're going to check out. There's a line shaft up here too. Let's go see what they were doing up here with this stuff. They got a line shaft up here.
This is pretty cool. Look at these.
Yeah, a conveyor.
Yeah.
I saw the poster back there has something to do with the sheep.
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
They
sheep
must have-
holding pin. Yeah.
Getting the
Shearing.
yep.
Yep. I think that's what this is actually called.
Okay.
This barn was built in the 1920s
It's cool seeing all the original equipment, hardware that they used.
with shears operated by an engine. Workers could shear a sheep in a few minutes instead of a half hour.
I'm going to assume that all of these stalls and where all these guys are must have something to do with the shears that they were using. We're going to see if we can figure it out, though. Sometimes it pays to do a little research ahead of time instead of doing the guessing game.
Yes,
so I
it
apologize
does.
if I'm, giving you guys bad info. But we're just here exploring. You can see there's a grease cap up there. So you would unscrew this, pack it full of grease, and then turn it and screw it down on. And then so every so often you would just give it like a turn, and it would pack more grease down inside the bearing here. These are most likely going to be Babbitt bearings, each one of those guys. Let's see if it still turns. It's kind of tight. Cool stuff.
Very cool.
Here's the start of the conveyor. I was just looking at this stuff right here. So this is how you adjust the tension of the pulley right here. You got you a rod that you would stick through here and just turn it like you would like a vise. Pretty neat. There's another good look at one of those grease caps. You would pack this full of grease right here and then turn the cap down, and it would push the grease through and into the bearing.
Do you
These
think
are going to be Babbitt bearings
Do you
here.
think that they sheared the sheep and the conveyor brought it down?
I think so.
Because like this looks like something that you could like put a basket or have one down there, so you don't have to carry it down. That makes sense, actually.
It does make a lot of sense. Looks to me like that's what they would do. Maybe
Yeah.
shear it and throw it up
Come
on
down, yeah.
the conveyor and then bring it down this way.
You know they were happy with that thing.
Yep. So they got some good info right here.
Yes, we should have started with this because this is a picture of this actual barn, so you can see the sheep laying down. They're actually shearing them there, and they did say that they would, after the sheep were shorn, that they would put the wool on the conveyor and it would go into the wool bag, which makes a lot of sense. And then the sheep, would be sent down a little ramp out the back. So
Back outside so they can keep growing some wool.
Exactly.
That is cool.
This is really cool. So yeah, these are the fun facts from the 1940s. So how much they were, the wool was worth.
And how much
Yeah,
they
got
made.
paid, yeah.
$150 a month to be a ranch hand. 7 days a week, sunrise to sunset.
Yikes.
Different times back then.
Yeah, it was. I love it when they have pictures of the actual building that you're in.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It just makes it so great.
So this looks like this would have been a post drill. It's missing the spindle. So the spindle would come down through here and your drill would be attached at the bottom. It's pretty neat, just it's
Very
missing parts. These types of pulleys right here with the little squiggly arms are just really ornate and pretty.
Yes, they are.
So this would have been running off the line shaft too. You can see there's your idler, and you would just move the belt back and forth. This is the one that would actually drive it. So you would move the belt over when you want to engage the drill and move it off to the idle whenever you're done drilling. Pretty neat.
Very cool. This is kind of a tool. I think these are really cool.
Yeah, the dollies.
The little dollies.
Look
yeah,
at
they're pretty.
the old wagon wheels. Old brick underneath here. They've got quite a bit of some of the original
Yeah.
Equipment and supplies from the ranch here. So there's another post drill.
Oh, sure.
And it's got the spindle still in it there.
Look at those stoves.
Yeah, those cast iron stoves.
Oh, there's the
And
engine.
yep, and then there's the engine
Sweet.
that's going to run the whole mill.
We'll get closer to that.
Yeah, we'll check that out. Look at the workbench. How cool that is
I absolutely love it.
with the drawers.
Ugh.
That a international harvester. I think
Gotta look at the logo.
I think a hit and miss. I'm not sure what this would have been. It's some kind of pump. Not sure what it was pumping. Oh, post vise right here. Leg vise, I think. It's actually considered a leg vise. And then here's another leg vise.
Oh,
Locked up.
dang.
So this is the engine that would have run the wool mill here and any equipment that they were operating inside the barn. You can see that you got your belt that goes up and runs the line shaft. All the shears and the drills, anything they used would have been run off this engine right here. I was going to see if I could find a make on it. I haven't found a tag yet.
No?
I don't know. There's a tag there, but I can't read it. Need to get my light out. I can't
Okay,
read
yeah.
that. So we don't know if this is the manufacturer, but Abby found this. Down inside there's a tag. It's W.A. Jones Foundry and Machine Company, Chicago. There's a serial number there.
Very cool.
So that's the only thing that we found on it so far. Usually they're cast into the
Yeah.
the cylinder head or the main body.
Maybe we just haven't found it yet.
Look at this. So this was used so that they could drive their truck or whatever piece of machinery up
cool.
here and get underneath it and work on it or change
Yeah.
the oil. That's pretty cool.
I was looking at this thing. That's
Yeah, the covered wagon.
really cool.
I'm gonna check out the wagon. Wow. They got a stove, looks like a little kitchen area, storage, and a bed. I believe this is the blacksmith shop and it is closed and locked up. That's probably where all the coolest stuff was at right there.
Aw.
Blocked.
No, you can see cool tools.
All right. Okay.
Oh, look at the bit.
Yep, you got the bin,
Yep.
like the nail hardware bin. And then I'm getting a reflection, so it's hard for me to see, but okay, there's the anvil. There's the leg vise, and it looks like there's some tongs clamped in it. I can see a drill in there, another post drill. Really hard to tell. There's a grinding stone in there. I wish they had it open so that we could see it. Just look at the view though. Looking across the Great Salt Lake into the mountain range.
Silos are used to store grain such as wheat. This is pretty cool. Oh, it looks old.
This one's Case.
Yeah.
That one's New Holland, and that's John Deere. I was looking at the crank arm right here.
It says Auburn, USA.
Auburn.
I don't know what Auburn. There's a lot of Auburns.
I'm not really familiar with much of the implement machinery. This says New Osborne on it, but also this logo. I think that's the International Harvester logo there.
I think any time that it's in the metal is just gorgeous.
Yeah, Auburn, USA.
Yep.
So I would assume Auburn, Alabama, but there could be an Auburn somewhere else.
There are Auburns everywhere,
Yep.
so.
I'm sure some of you viewers will know about
Yes.
this. You can help educate us on it. But it's cool seeing all of the old equipment. I mean, it's like they just left everything
Yeah.
here. And then the state took hold of everything and has preserved it all.
Yeah.
Oh, look, a plaque. This is helping us to learn a little bit more about a sickle mower right there. No idea what that was used for. There's another cutter blade. There's a bunch of more cool stuff in here. There's
Yes.
like tractors. I think that's an International pickup truck over there.
Well, let's go look at it.
Yeah.
'Cause
So that's a big Massey Ferguson tractor. There's a Case tractor there. That looks like a Ford tractor next to it.
It is.
Looks like that one, they've got it in good running condition.
Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it?
Here's your Ford tractor. This might be like the one that we saw Derek
Oh, yeah.
on Vice Grip Garage. He
Yeah.
recently fixed up an old Ford tractor and got it running. And then the old Case tractor.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Look at that tag. This has got to be a replacement. Somebody's made a replacement sticker for it.
Oh, yeah, because it looks
It looks new.
new. So this is the first tractor is a 1929 Case Model L. It pulled plows, powered belt-driven saws, and threshing machines.
You can see the pulley there where you could hook a flat belt to run other pieces of equipment.
The second is a 1948 Ford 8-in light-duty tractor, towed hay mowers, wagons, harrows, and grain binders. The third is a 1956 Massey Ferguson, fondly referred to as the Beast.
It certainly is the beast.
It pulled heavy equipment needed to plant and harvest crops. All beautiful.
Yeah, so that is an International. These are cool trucks. Got the gooseneck ball in the back in the bed. So this is an old Dodge work truck. You can see the Ram emblem here. Well worn in. Well worn. Let's check out the rowboat here. I mean, look at that.
It's cute.
An old wagon. Oh, look, we got some more equipment here. Some kind of engine.
That one's got a lot of marks on it.
Is that Gardner? I'm sorry, Gardner, Denver. Okay, now I recognize. So that's I believe this is going to be an air compressor here, or a compressor of some sort. I'm assuming that it's compressing air or pumping air. That was the air compressor that we had at the shop originally. It was a Gardner, Denver.
Really?
Yep. And so this was probably the storage tank for it right here.
Okay, yeah.
So that's your air compressor, and then you got to have a place to store the air. Check out the sleds. I'm assuming these are made right here on the farm. That was originally a complete wagon wheel that they cut, straightened out into skis. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're saying that they had to adapt them for winter use because it was really wheeled things in the winter were really hard. So that makes sense.
Typical of farms and ranches making use of whatever they had.
Absolutely. I think that is the coolest thing about a ranch, but also industrial work.
Yep. Got a nice looking picnic area out there under the trees.
It is nice.
So these are the last of the buildings that we haven't explored. Don't know if we can go inside. So they have it closed up today, so you can't go inside, but you can look in the windows so that they have it completely preserved in there.
Every time I take my coat off,
the wind comes.
The wind comes and I get cold again. It's so funny.
There's those gusts. Hold on to your hats.
Yeah. This feels creepy. A little creepy.
Maybe this is where they investigated.
It could be. Okay, that is cool looking. Look at that.
It's like a little hobbit house.
It is.
So this had to be the woods that the guys in the Ghost Adventures episode, they were in some tree areas and it had to have been out here.
Yeah.
Bird area. Huh. Have you still got that pamphlet on you?
I do.
So this one's 8 and that one's 7. Let's see what they were.
Okay. 7 cellar.
Okay.
This underground room was used as a pantry for all the food the foreman's wife needed to fix meals.
Okay.
Lots of canned good and preserved foods. All right, 8. Is that what the other one?
This one
This
here.
one. Spring house. It was the first refrigerator on Antelope Island. Power was not available until the 1950s. Water evaporating in this room kept it cool enough to store milk and cheese.
Very cool.
So there are not very many trees on the island, so this is definitely the most that we've seen.
Yep. Makes sense that they settled right here.
Yeah. So that's why this is an important bird area, because obviously they want to be in the trees.
Yep. This is the building that Abby was talking about where they kept their dairy, like a refrigerated building. And looking in that window, it looks like there's a natural spring that comes up through that they built the building over, and then it drains out here, out into this little area here. So that makes sense on why they put it here and what it was used for. What was that?
This is a bedroom.
Bedroom, okay.
Yeah, there's 4 beds in here. And a cute little stove. Important.
Well, I think that's going to wrap up our visit here to the Fielding Garr Ranch out here on Antelope Island. This is a very well preserved
Yes.
ranch and, you know, what used to be a farm up until 1981.
1981.
Yep. Really great place to see. They've done a great job of keeping all of the machinery, the equipment, the implements so that everybody can come out here and see.
The barn was my favorite. And I did realize later after I read the plaque that silo, that grain silo, it has owls in it now.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome. I was wondering where they'd stayed. That makes sense.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So they're barn owls.
Barn
cute.
owls?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a really great
Yeah.
place. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. And you get to learn about what they did here because they harvested hay, wheat, they did the wool,
Yep.
and I'm assuming livestock.
Yeah.
They handled those as well. So it was a really neat place.
Yeah, this is a very peaceful place. So like if you look at on the other side of the road, there's nothing. I mean, there's cars right now, but I mean.
I'm wondering if they were the only residents out here on this ranch because we've seen no other sign of other homes or buildings out here.
That sounds like your jam, doesn't it?
It's I mean, look how pretty that is.
You would have a really great machine shop right there.
Yeah.
I'd have an art studio, and we would just do the view every day. That wouldn't be terrible.
No, it wouldn't at all. It'd be a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I think we're going to head back to camp now and
Do a little relaxing.
just enjoy the rest of the day at camp.
Well, the
and
view is just so pretty. I told him,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to sit out. I want to stare at the water and the mountains. And
that's what I want to do.
and we're gonna do barbecue later. He's gonna make something delicious.
Abby wanted some barbecue chicken.
I did.
My
Sometimes you
choice.
just gotta have. What? You losing your voice?
No, I said that was my choice,
Oh,
the
but your
barbecue
choice.
chicken. Yep.
It's gonna be good.
So maybe you guys enjoyed this, but we're gonna head on back to camp.
Yeah.
And was glad to share our adventure today with you.
I know the driving part of this.
I'm excited to
It's
see
gonna
that.
be beautiful. Yeah.
It really was a
Yeah.
beautiful drive. That's probably been my favorite part of this whole experience is just the views itself on the island out
I
here.
gotta tell you, I am like so relaxed. I'm almost lazy. Like
I'm glad.
this place is great.
She's been pretty tense.
I-
She's had a lot of work to handle over the past few weeks, so it's good to see her be able to relax a little bit.
I'm very happy to be here. I really would like to see some more animals.
Well, let's go back and go back and find some more.
Okay.
We'll see you guys on the next adventure. I'm sure it's coming up very soon.